welcome back to Final Fantasy XIV. Yeah, back here in front of Magni. I briefly wondered, looking at this thing down here, if this was a carpet instead of what I originally thought stone, but no, given that these marks here, I think it's stone, and old stone. Okay, Magni. A pity you will not pledge yourself to the sun. You might have proved useful in becoming Nadam. Nevertheless, I will permit you to return and fight for the mole. Their cause is futile with or without your assistance. However, you must first complete a final task, as was my decree. You will reconnoiter the encampment of Dotharl. For this task, two will go, two will remain. Should the two who embark upon this expedition choose to flee or be captured or killed by the Dotharl, then the others will be taken as slaves and serve the sun unto death. We'd better not fail them, huh? The question is, who should we send? That is not for you to decide. All of you have conquered Badam's metal and proven yourself warriors of a step. You should all be equally capable of carrying out this task, and therefore you should have no objections. What's with that grin? Brother Magni, a word. The Buduga require that a hostage be male, for if these ones fail, we cannot accept a woman as a slave. Therefore we choose the Firewalker, the one they call Hien. So be it. I shall choose a second. I doubt either of you have a moon I seek, but stranger tales have been told, and men are of no use to me. I don't know what this moon stuff is what he's going on about, but I don't like the sound of it. At all. No, of course not. The woman I seek is of a dusk, a gentle, ethereal maiden, a dancer in the morning mist. You are warriors of a steppe, fierce and brutal, conquerors of magic, stone and steel. Ethereal you are not. You try ethereally chasing after lambs when your boots are full of lake water. Ah, how well your task befitted you both. But since I must choose, I choose you. You did well milking the sheep. I took a liking to you, I'm told. Gosetsu and Serenian. I had hoped to see these Undying ones for myself, but it seems it was not meant to be. Dotharl lies far to the south, where the grass turns to sand. Return with valuable knowledge and all will be free to rejoin the mole. Now go. Have no fear, my friend. We shall see them freed soon enough. Let us quit this place and speak of our plans outside. So if someone didn't get that moon thing, we heard from the storyteller here that the... What was their name? This yellow tribe believes they are descendants from the god of the sun, and each male of this tribe has a female soulmate somewhere they must find, and that's their moon. It is plain they hope we will never return. I shall enjoy disappointing them. According to my map, there's a colossal wreck to the south which should provide a vantage point from which to survey Dotharl from afar. Let's go and do just that. Okay, now here's the dust phone. I believe this is the thing we have to climb, right? Over there's the point, I see it. Over there, look. Those men are in danger. Gah, too late for one perhaps, but there's yet time to save the other. Come, we cannot abandon him to his fate. Is fighting two of these things, so I guess I take two more. Three more, okay. Alright? Kotatsu can handle himself, I'm sure. I owe you my life. Nay, friend, think nothing of it. I but wish we had come sooner. I knew at once he was dead. It will come as scant comfort, I fear, but I slew the beast responsible. Nay, there is no way for Dotharl to die. What is this? Who are these outsiders? The saddle cartoon, forgive me. We were returning from our hunt when we were caught unawares by Manzazzi. This one saved me, but Giza is... Who are you? Why have you come? Not to cross the sands, that much is certain. I've heard tales of travelers in league with another tribe. Are you they? Who do you serve? Answer me. If we may begin to answer your questions before you ask more, we are friends of a mole, and we have come to seek the strength of Dotharl for ourselves. The mole? The little lambs who wander to and fro at the behest of their gods? What fools are you to share the soil with such weaklings? Next you will tell me you wish to fight in the Nadam. Ah, so you do. That is unexpected, yet not unwelcome. I'm Sadu, Cartoon of Dotharl. For your deeds I grant you leave to walk among us. Come, look on our glory and despair. You fear no tribe, least of all the mole. Though if you were of the Oronir, I would burn the flesh from your bones here and now. You can stand, yes? See to the corpse. Yes, Cartoon. Thank you again, but I shall manage on my own. So that was the leader of the Dotharl. Clearly not a woman to be crossed. But how carelessly she spoke of her dead. See to the corpse. Surely this warrior deserves better than that. Maybe she has her reasons? Forgive me, Serenia, but I cannot in good conscience ignore the careless disregard that woman showed for her kinsman. We must seek her out at once, with me. Guess this is the house? No. Oh, over there. Totally read the map wrong.
How he died matters not. Gesser was a great warrior. He will return to us in time.
Not soon enough, Hartoon. The Nardum is nearly upon us. Mayhap we should counsel restraint until after.
I do not understand. If Gesser is dead, how should he return?
Silence! Ye come to spy on us, knowing naught of our ways.
We know you are fearless, and that you are called the Undying Ones.
That is true. None are braver than the Dotharl, for we do not fear death. With death, a warrior must dance boldly, fearlessly, for thus does his soul burn bright. Then, in death, his soul shines white, exalted. The flesh rots, but the soul endures. And ere the seasons have turned, so he shall return. When he is glimpsed in the eyes of a newborn, he is blessed with the same name, that he may grow into a great warrior once more.
You mean to tell me these newborn babes and fallen warriors are one and the same? Madness!
I agree somewhat, but that is nothing you should tell these people to their faces.
I gave you leave to observe, not to insult our beliefs. Have care what you say. Otherwise do as you will.
Yeah. You don't insult the fundamental tenets of someone's religion to their face. That is a good way to make them make someone an enemy. Such contempt was in their eyes I have never known. But for the soul to live on, as they say, is not something I can so easily accept. Do they truly believe this? All of them? That in death there can be rebirth? Retribution? In any event, we came here in search of information. We cannot leave without speaking with our people. You should train with us. It will not be easy. We live to do battle. I know you. Reunion. The travelers with the mole girl. I marked you after I left the Oronir. Once from Doma, others I could not place. My name is Coco. Welcome to Dotharl. Coco sounds in your ear the name of a woman? Well, of course. That would be because it is. I died a woman and was reborn a man. It is of no moment. The soul is the soul and the flesh is the flesh. Perhaps you scoff? Many would. Many look only to the name and the flesh and let these things dictate their perceptions. Consider Sadu Khatun. 3 times before she died a man, yet she returned as a woman the 4th. Yet she is no less fierce, and any outsider foolish enough to think so will learn the truth to their peril. That's to say, when the death is essentially meaningless? He has real trouble coming to terms with their viewpoint. The cycle of death and rebirth? It is simply that. Take me, I died in battle with Hotgo. Fiercely did I fight, so I returned. Alas, we know naught of our past lives. I must learn what it means to be again and again. It's difficult to remember everything, but important. I miss Giza terribly, but I know I need only be patient. He will return. I'm sure of it. Impressive, is it not? It was slain by my boy. We were childhood friends, he and I, before he fell and returned. A master of a bow. It's good to see that he retains his skill. Serenia, you have completed your inquiries? Aye, it is as she said. They believe with every fiber of their being that their bravest warriors will be reborn. As for me, I have served some of their warriors at practice. They are as formidable as the Oronir, perhaps more, but their weapons are their equal as well. Yet, while they do not lack in skill and resources, it's plain to see that their numbers are inferior. This has been an educational experience, to say the least. Yet everything we've learned is common knowledge to the people of the steppe. It will not be enough to earn our comrades their freedom. Not less than the Dotharl's plan for the Nadam will suffice, I fear. Well, I've never been one for skulking about. I will go to Sadu and see what secrets I can pry from her lips. You believe that will work? That is... And another quest line. I do another time. The spies return, and they have learned naught. Mayhaps so, but no longer. Though you hide it well, I know you have devised some manner of cunning stratagem for the Nadam. Out with it, I say. We are what you see, Doman. We are Dotharl. Others rely on tricks and traps, subterfuge, lies. We have need of naught but our own strength. We meet the enemy in battle and kill him. That's why I cared not what you did from the first. There's not for you to learn. Tell your masters to meet us in the field. Make ready to ride with their ancestors. Your confidence is plain, as is your strength. Yet you are not the most prosperous of tribes. The mole you mock are few, but so too are you. Why? For a glorious death is to be celebrated. It is yet death. While we kill many, many are killed in turn. In the wake of our battles, the soul drinks deep of the blood of the fallen, their bodies piled high. Not all are born again, only the bravest. Yet one cannot return unless there's a vessel to inherit the soul. And if warriors die ere they birth children, then that is that. Even the brave warriors who find the vessel will for many years remain a shadow of their former self. It falls to his elders to endure until he is ready to accept his responsibilities. Ever will we meet our enemies in battle without fear. Such is our way, even when our numbers dwindle. If we die, so be it, but know that we fight to live, not to die. Dotharl train and make ready for the day, but they do not rush to meet it. Not until we have done our duty. Sadukatun, Geyser's body has been given to the Sands. Then our part is done. Rest, warrior. The Nadam draws near, and you will need your strength. If you intend to fight in the Nadam, you should return to the mole and make ready. But know that when next we meet, you and yours will die. Or you could fight for us and live. Think on it, travelers. We shall. But if you would permit me a final question, every part. There is this place that Geyser has been laid to rest. Though I knew him not, I was there at his end, and I wish to say a few words. Right, so the flesh? I've heard of this. Madness, I say, for the body is of the earth now. He will not hear you. But you may speak to the Sands, if that is your will. They lie to the west. Make haste, for the Gedan may already have caught his scent. My apologies, Serenium. This will take but a moment. She threw his words back in his face, I guess, with a madness regarding burial rites. Jackals.
Left for the vultures. It seems an insult to the man. But the soul lives on, they say. These bodies, no more than empty husks, returning to the earth. Seen through those eyes, I suppose the sight is almost comforting. Pardon me? When first I heard the tales, I could not help but scoff. Another queer tribe, I thought, with still queerer customs. Yet having borne witness to their rites, I cannot deny there is a certain logic to it all. A A samurai will die for his lord without hesitation or regret. But this is not because he delights in such sacrifice. It is because he has faith that his death will serve a higher purpose. There is an awakening in that instant. When the heart sings, and the blood burns, and his soul finds peace. There is comfort in that.
More jackals.
Nay! We dare not permit ourselves that luxury, my friend, tempting though it may be. Not while our loved ones yet remain in chains.
Yeah, can't die quite yet. Well then, we must all be on our way, even Geza. Let us return to the Dawn Throne and pray that our tale is enough to satisfy our most radiant taskmaster. Meanwhile, deep within the Dawn Throne.
Well, if there is a way out, I can't see it. Shame we didn't learn much before they locked us up.
'Tis little wonder the Oronir won the last Nardum. These people leave naught to chance.
Hien, I've had something on my mind for a while, and now... In Alamigo, where I was born, I found it strange that for all the people who supported the Resistance, there were just as many who didn't. But then we came to this part of the world and met with the Confederacy and lots of ordinary domans, and almost every single one of them seemed content to just put up with things, no matter how bad they got. They all had their reasons, of course, and it's not like I don't understand them, but the thought of it made me so angry. After everything they'd been through, everything the Empire had done to them, how could they not rise up? How could they not fight back?
People are pragmatic creatures at heart. They hold on to hope only until they taste true hardship. Then comes fear and regret. Safer not to dream, they conclude at last.
It doesn't make it better, unfortunately.
For even should a day go by without some new disappointment, the next will only bring more of the same, and so they choose the more sensible option. They learn to abide the indignities and injustices, the pain and the shame, to accept them as normal. Such is the lot of most men. One cannot expect to spur them to action at a moment's notice. But if one who has known their pain can convince them to strive for something greater and rekindle the fire in their hearts, then they will remember what they have lost, and they will rise.
I had someone like that once. I didn't know who I was or who I wanted to be, and he risked his life to show me the way.
Touching the place where the tattoo was from Papa Limo.
Then honor him by doing the same for others with all your might and main. You know, when my homeland fell 25 years past, I was still in my mother's womb. Never have I known a free Doma. But my father did, as did many of my fallen comrades, as do many of my people now. It may be no more than a dream to me, but if I do not chase it, then who will?
The way you carry it all, you're just the same.
As you?
Oh, no, not me. Definitely not me. I meant the warrior of light. Out there, somewhere. Doing what needs to be done. I won't have you put me to shame any longer. I'm going to seize the future I want, with my own two hands.
Finding the resolution. Good on you, Lise. You're ready to depart, I trust? Good. Minute us away. And back to the Dawn Throne, finally. All that you have seen and heard, your knowledge, I would have it. No secret stratagem, you say, but as well, I expected as much. The Dotharl are not schemers. They live only for war, with a contest of strength and will. They are fierce, aye, and to face one is to court death. Meet us on the field and make ready to ride with your ancestors. Such were the words of their cartoon, Sadu. Speak not the devil's name in the presence of the most radiant. You bade us tell us of the Dotharl, yet you will not hear the name of their leader. After the last Nadam, she gave great offense. The most radiant brother called to him the women of the steppe, that he might look into their eyes and see if Nama looked back. But that Gedan, that feral Utgan, she spat curses and called for flames. She scorched the soil and refused to present herself. 3 days and nights had we fought to claim the Dawn Throne, and still she shows Brother Magni such disrespect, such defiance. By right should she pay with her life. Speak not another word, Batu, or you will pay with yours. Her words are air, as the Dormants say. However, they are proof of your service to the sun. Go and fetch the others from their cells. My lord, Lise, are you unharmed? Thanks to you and Serenia, we are free to return to Mol Ilo, I take it? By your deed, you have proven yourself to be warriors, brave and true. You may return to the mole and make ready for the Nadam. On one condition. To fight in the Nadam is to be bound by it. Swear here now to abide by the law of the steppe. To accept the supreme authority of a Kagan, whomever it may be. We swear. In a way, being forced to stay behind may actually have been a good thing. I had a lot of time to think, and usually I don't. Well done, my friends. I knew you would not fail. I should be glad to hear of your experiences with the Dotharl, but as time is of the essence, let us converse en route. Come, come, Serena and the others are waiting. So, but I believe this is a good place to end this episode, and next time we meet each other back in Mol Ilo. Until then, I'm Mace, and don't get lost.